And then turning our attention to the fifth and final question of the first game, which one of the following must be true about any acceptable product code? All right, so we're looking again for what must be true. A, there is exactly one digit between the 0 and the 1. Well, again, looking at our free hypothetical that we just drew out from question number 4, you notice that there are no digits between the 0 and the 1, so A does not have to be true, and A would be eliminated. B, there is exactly one digit between the 1 and the 2. Again, that does not have to be true. Looking at our scenario 1 and our hypothetical scenario 1 from question 3, we notice that there is no space between 1 and 2. No digits. They're directly next to each other. So B does not follow, and B would be eliminated. C, there are at most 2 digits between the 1 and the 3. Well, again, you notice from scenario 1, we could actually have 3 digits in between the 1 and the 3, right? Have 1 be first, 3 be fifth, and there would be 1, 2, 3 digits in between. So C does not have to be true, and C would be eliminated. Moving to D, there are at most 2 digits between the 2 and the 3. Again, looking at scenario 2, we see we could have 3 digits between the 2 and the 3. 2 could be first, 3 could be fifth. So again, D does not have to be true, so D is out, which brings us process of elimination to E. There are at most 2 digits between the 2 and the 4. And if you notice in scenario 1, where 2 is second, the latest we could have 4 is fifth, and that is exactly 2 spaces in between. So at most 2 in that scenario. Whereas in scenario 1, there is no space between 2 and 4. So you notice there is at most 2 digits between 2 and 4. So E must be true, and E would be the correct answer. All right, I hope that was helpful. Let's turn our attention to game number 2.